What's up, nerds? Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block, episode 132. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Dirrig, and alongside me, as always, is that retro code, Eddie V.
The soul still burns. With Soul Calibur 2 on GameCube. Wow. Plus, I haven't picked up Soul Calibur 6.
The best Soul Calibur, some would say.
Oh, yes. I was watching some gameplay of it, and I'm like, Link was kind of a cheater with his throw. And then I was just like,
hey man,
I spammed that throw so many times in the story mode, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah. GameCube and Xbox got the best out of that one for the extra characters.
Oh, with Spawn.
Yeah, I loved Spawn.
Also joining us, that other voice, that sexy, sexy man, the wise Wisconsinite, Jesse Douglas.
How's it going, guys?
Woo!
I question the sexiness.
Especially the way I stick my tongue out.
Is it because we're white, Ed? Is it because we're white?
Oh.
That's my question every time Ed questions me. It's because we're white.
Oh,
it's funny because Ed's not white. I don't know if you guys have noticed this by listening to all these shows we're watching.
I'm very surprised.
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
Well, guys, why don't we get into this show before we get into the show? Who's ready? Who's ready for this? Who's ready for this housekeeping?
Yes!
Let's get ready.
So we've got some housekeeping for you. We are giving away Dark Souls Remastered for Nintendo Switch.
Yes!
We're extending the contest one more week. Just because we feel like we want to give people more opportunity. We haven't gotten as many questions this time around as we did for the $20 eShop gift card. So, yeah. Email us at nintendopowblock@gmail.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're also opening questions up to the Facebook group, so facebook.com/groups/nintendopowblock. Join our Facebook group. Get us your question. Look for the question thread. We are extending it by one more week, so get in those questions because we're announcing the winner next week on our show.
Yes.
Dark Souls Remastered, getting really good reviews, just saying, on Switch. So, our next bit of housekeeping, Pod and Play Season 3 continues this week with the Technomancer. Yeah, that was... and I played a little bit of that game. It was...
I will say this. The Technomancer episode is a great discussion. Do guys check that out. I would place the Technomancer higher than Metro 2032.
Yeah, I mean, man, but that game, it's fun. It's a good time. You should check it out. It's on Game Pass if you have Xbox Game Pass. They also gave it away at some point too, but I don't remember why or if it was advertised or whatever. So, but yeah, the Technomancer episode is up. Remember, Season 3 keeps on going for the next 4 weeks. Upcoming episodes include Sunset Overdrive, Titanfall 2, Quantum Break, and God of War, closing out the season. So subscribe to Nerds Gone Rogue Prime, or check it out on ngrradio.com every Saturday through November 17th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We are prepping Season 4, which should air in March. So, subscribe. Keep up. Also, check out Season 1 and 2. Also very good seasons. All those episodes are on demand, so check them out.
Yes.
Speaking of seasonal shows, Season 2 of Nindy Showcase premieres the first weekend of January. So, it's going to premiere right here on Nintendo Pow Block's YouTube page. So subscribe for that. 8 awesome indie games are coming to Season 2. If you want to check out what an Indie Showcase looks like for Nerds Gone Rogue, check out Indie Showcase Season 1 on ngrradio.com. Had some really good episodes, really good discussions. Jesse joined us for the Lightfall episode. It was a good time. So maybe we'll weave Jesse into a couple more episodes this season. So, if he wants to. If not, fine, get out. Don't care. Lastly, of course, you should subscribe to all of our dedicated channels on Nerds Gone Rogue, including Arsenal X, our Xbox channel, Nerds Gone Platinum, our PlayStation channel, Nerds Gone Rogue Prime, and of course, Nintendo Pow Block. Subscribe to all of our podcasts, rate us on your podcast service of choice, leave us some stars, preferably 5 of them. 4 is okay too. Anything less than 4, don't even bother. Just get out. Don't bother. Leave some nice comments, all that good stuff. Leaves its discoverability, and we want people to hear our great voices. I was trying to think of something else, but my brain hurts. I've worked all morning. So
come hear the crazy stuff that I say when answering the question.
Yeah. So also tell your friends. Tell your friends. Word of mouth is an underrated way of sharing things. So
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So all right. So now the housekeeping's out of the way, we're going to get into what we've been playing. Jesse, we're going to start with you. Because
I haven't
because I know Ed hasn't finished Breath of the Wild yet. So am I wrong, Ed? Am I wrong? Just yes or no will suffice.
Jesse.
How many more shrines did you find?
Jesse, please go tell your gang, and I will talk about what I've been playing.
Okay,
how many seconds into the loading screen did you get, Ed?
This Arizona tea is refreshing.
We are in no way sponsored by Arizona tea.
Yeah. Arizona. We'd like our check, please.
Yeah, Monster Energy. We want our check from you too.
Yeah. So, anyways, I haven't really been playing too much. Like as far as games, like my choices, but I've been playing Tricky Towers on my Switch mostly. Like that's like
it's a good game.
I basically I'm enjoying it. It's fun, it's hard, it's challenging, so it's I like those kind of games like Portal and stuff like that. I'd put it up there with those kind of things where it can get really challenging. But otherwise, I've been like basically just opening up like Black Ops 4 and like literally playing anything and everything that they have to offer on there, just to really, really experience the game as a full. And like I actually really kind of want to play Zombies with you guys sometime if we ever get a chance.
I downloaded it.
Did you? Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, I went to play it last night, and there's like a 12 gig update last night when I went to turn it on because I got I got home from work late last night, so I had to I was gonna play something quick, and I was like, okay, I want to try around a Blackout. Need an update, so I'm like, fine, whatever. And I have my Xbox set to automatic updates. I don't know why it didn't just update automatically because I have it in that sleep mode where it turns off, but it still updates stuff in the background. Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, I can't play this right now. It's clearly updating. Go to play Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It needs an update. So I'm like, come on, man. So I ended up just playing 2 rounds of Madden Online and got smashed. So anyways.
Well, the only thing I can say is that I hope if we do end up playing tonight then for Royale with Cheese, I hope that it with that update they fixed some of the laggy issues because they've been having some connectivity issues.
Yeah, that was something that they said they were addressing. So
for the whole game or just
Speaking of Royale with Cheese, you can find every Tuesday on ngrradio.com or Arsenal X's YouTube page. Subscribe today.
Yeah, subscribe. Well, it's mostly Blackout. blackout mode. And it like I haven't had any problems when I'm just playing by myself and solos. It's whenever you play duels or quad, like more than one connection teamed up together. I've noticed that they're having issues. I played one game a day or two ago of duos with just some random person, and it wasn't as bad as the first time I tried it when I was playing with Pat or whatever, my friend Pat, and we were having some connectivity issues, but it wasn't as bad as that, but it was still like lagging, like kind of bad every once in a while. And so I hope they fix that and stabilize that a little bit. But otherwise, yeah, like zombie mode has been a lot of fun. Like what I've been doing is just trying to like unlock, Call of Duty is known for, unlocking the different banner type things that you can put behind your name and stuff when you're playing multiplayer online, and and like you can make your own icons and things like that. But I've been just working on unlocking stuff in the game, and so far I actually already unlocked 3 of the playable characters for blackout mode.
That's right. You have to unlock the characters this time around.
Yeah. There's a basic character creator that you can use in the beginning, or like I have the season pass already. So like there was like one character that I could use through the season pass that was already unlocked through that, but I didn't really use him. I just wanted to try to work on unlocking stuff.
When you bought this game, did you buy? Was it $100?
Yeah, I bought the $100 one.
You bought the $100 one, okay?
Yeah, because the $130 or whatever it is one, that all you do is you get more of the in-game currency, basically. So it really isn't worth it because I don't really care about that. And the in-game currency that they have so far, you can actually win some of it in or at least in zombie mode. The in-game currency that you get, you can use it. You can get it through that, playing that. You can get some through there. So I don't know what they're gonna do moving forward, like, because I think they're talking about having a battle pass type thing, like the seasons and all that, like that will be included, I believe, with the season pass.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
So I don't know what. I'm sure what they want to probably do is make sure that the game blackout mode is running stable and everything's working with that first before worrying about putting all that kind of in-game currency stuff in and worrying about all that, which is a good thing. I give them props for doing that, because a lot of companies would just try to take your money first and then worry about fixing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm really enjoying the game. Like, like having fun. I've just like zombie mode. I've just been playing solo, and like literally what I was doing is I was just have a pistol as my weapon and just see how many rounds I could last with nothing but a pistols. And and just having fun with that. And part of that was because one of the things that I needed to finish, I needed to get 100 kills with a pistol in zombie mode to unlock one of the banner things, and like 100 kills with an assault rifle and things like that. So I just was doing those kind of things and having fun with it and just enjoying it. And I think I made it like almost 20 rounds with just pistols.
Nice.
But yeah, so I was having a lot of fun with that and just trying stuff that I haven't really paid too much attention to in the past in Call of Duty games. So I mean, I've played zombies before, but not really paid too much attention to it. So yeah, that's basically mostly what I've been playing. So
nice. What about you, Ed?
So,
if you say Breath of the Wild, I'm smacking you.
So, for Breath of the Wild, I haven't. I have gotten back into it. I opened up one shrine because I just opened up a whole new area for it. So uh I there's a curse shrine. I think it's like one of the riddles. You like meet Dr. Caliber or Kalir, and you got to figure out the riddle on how to get that shrine. So I'm jumping more full force into it because I finished Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It was part of my backlog extinction for Xbox. And I gotta say that this story is strong. Like, it's a really good story. I give it to Kevin Spacey and all the voice actors in this game. Did a really good job. I think I still have some problems with it. Problems is like when they're trying to do the action set pieces, and they want you to react. They sometimes don't give you enough time to react. Or the camera's moving so much that it affects your reticle, and you can't shoot properly. So it messes up that flow, and you have to retry it over and over. And the checkpoints are kind of worthless in a sense, because you can get to a point in the game, and let's say power goes out, or you lose, or you just like happen to cut the system off, or something happens, and somehow you kind of able to get your Xbox back on. If you start if you start from where it says resume playthrough, you have to do that whole chapter over again. And so it doesn't keep your progress within the level. Battlefield Hardlines didn't do that. It's just like if you died, or you, let's just say you cut it off or anything, it remembers where you're at with their checkpoint, and they'll start that part of that level off where you was at. Not so much with Advanced Warfare. So I've kind of found that a little bit frustrating, due to the fact that I had beat the first level of Advanced Warfare, and then I had cut it off and started playing other stuff. When I returned back to Advanced Warfare, it made me start from the whole first level all over again, even though I finished it. So it was kind of,
what's the point in having a checkpoint if it's not even going to do anything?
Yeah, and like I didn't start a new game. I played the thing on normal. I think it took me 3 days, because I kind of played it back to back to back, for a long stretch of hours and stuff. But I like I said, I did enjoy it. I think the only problems with this, just like the set pieces, were kind of unfair, and the checkpoints and stuff. But since I'm done with it, I'm going to be jumping between Breath of the Wild and Far Cry 5. That's my next Extinction game. Downloaded Guacamelee Super Turbo Champion Edition for PS4. It's only like $5. It's really cheap. They got a sale going on. But Yokai Watch Fleshy Souls 2, or Yokai Watch 2, I got back into that on 2DS on my lunch breaks at work, so I'm working more on that game. But I will be getting more to Breath of the Wild and for Far Cry 5. Yes, it's going to be a progress. I will finish the game probably about next month, because I'm going full in. I've been trying to work on my backlog and work on reviews and stuff, and I know it's going to be kind of hard because Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out, and I think Battlefield 5 is 2 weeks, I think, after Red Dead, after it comes out.
I think so. I know that I just know there's a bunch of games coming out. I don't know.
Cause see, I got to do Red Dead 2. I got to pick up Battlefield 5, and I got to pick up Soul Calibur 6. Those like 3 reviews that I got to get ready to do, on top of getting Dark Souls and getting the Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, getting ready for those reviews. because I gotta have a lot of stuff done because Just Cause and Diablo 3. I gotta have a lot of stuff done because Just Cause 4 and Smash is within that first week, and bouncing back between Just Cause 4 and Smash Ultimate, like that's gonna take some time because Just Cause 4 alone is probably gonna be, I want to say, maybe 40 hours, depending on how I go about it. And then Smash is going to be like playing it online with different people, checking up all the modes. We should be getting a direct next month. It's my assumption, because they haven't revealed that last 2 hidden parts that they blocked out from the last direct on Smash. So I think we should be getting direct about Smash maybe sometime next month. Maybe the week before Thanksgiving. I hope that happens, or we just get another Nintendo Direct because we need to see something before Smash comes out. So, but pretty much that's what I've been playing. But I am going to be putting a lot of focus in on my reviews and focusing more on Breath of the Wild. So, I will give you guys another update for next episode, and I will tell you the progress of that game.
Nice. Nice. Is that it? Is that all you've been playing? Are you done?
Yes, I am.
You want to tell us about that one shrine you unlocked in Zelda?
It was one of the fights, the one-on-one fights, with the little robot. He has the
so not a real
shield.
shrine, just a battle shrine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the testing your might or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The test
This is
your
not Mortal Kombat.
test your might. Fight.
The test your strength one. Yeah, it's the one that's like it's on a cliff. That's facing the sea.
Okay.
It is close to.
It's close. It's close to that town you probably have the riddle in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, because there's another shrine, I think, at the bottom where you it's like in the middle of the lake.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
So, but I'm trying to find a lot of the shrines that I found in the Wii U version and get to them before I get to the first boss, because I kind of want to just like level up and get some more stamina stuff and better weapons. So
Yeah.
I played it in handheld mode, but I'm about to dock my Switch in probably like this week, before I go to work, or even Tuesday. I'm going to be playing it on the TV, using a Pro controller. Like I'm about to put a lot of more work into it. Just be remembering all the stuff that I did on the Wii U version, so I could do it on the Switch. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't mind playing that game in handheld. Like I enjoyed obviously playing on the Pro controller, but I didn't mind playing it in handheld mode.
I think one of the problems that I'm having with it in handheld is that sometimes when I'm pressing my thumb on the analog stick, it makes Link cover. It makes him duck. So when I'm trying to run and stuff, he's in that position, and I don't realize that I have pressed it that way. So I think if I do it with the Pro controller, it'll be more easier for me to avoid doing that, because once I get to the first part, and I gotta fight that little bull thing that throws all that electricity and stuff, I had to have quick reflexes in order to defeat him, and that alone would mess me up if I don't have those quick reflexes. So,
Nice.
but yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Nice. Well, I haven't really been playing that much this week. I've been trying to finish Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and that game might be my game of the year so far. It's
interesting.
It's really good. I'm enjoying it a lot. So, I don't really have much more to say on that. If you want to hear what I had to say, you can check out NGR Radio or last week's Nintendo Pow Block or Arsenal X or whatever. So, It's a really good game. I'm going back to I'm going to try to 100% it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, been playing a lot of that. Oh, the game I did start on Nintendo platforms was Starlink, which I've only played.
Yes.
I've only played a little bit of it, but here's the ship that
Nice.
it comes with, and it's actually, it doesn't sit on top of the Joy-Con grip. It comes with its own grip controller, so it can read the ship and the pilot and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So
Interesting.
yeah, so the stand that the ship is on is actually the controller.
And it's been selling well on Switch. There's been
because
pictures.
nobody wants it on anything else.
I can't find it.
Well, there's
I want to get it. How much is it? Is it $49.99?
No, it's $75
okay.
bucks with the ship.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Or on the eShop, there's like the starter pack, which is $59.99, or there's like the digital deluxe edition, which is $79.99. And it comes with literally everything that they offer. So like all the ships, all the pilots, all the weapons. And then like the way the digital version works is like it'll just give you a wheel of weapons that you can add to your ship and whatnot. But this one actually works in real time. But I didn't put this in the news, but a lot of the US Switch versions, I guess, like Ubisoft forgot to pack the games and the cartridges into the starter packs.
What?
Yeah, there's been a lot of reports going around.
Yeah. I heard about that.
So yeah, they're really trying to figure out how to like fix this problem because it didn't come with the game.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually like a pretty major issue right now.
I haven't been, and plus I actually haven't been to Target yet to see if they got any copies. Like I kind of want to see how the box look in person, not just having been to the store. Yeah.
Sorry, I got a new desk, and like everything, all my old game stuff is like sitting in this box behind me for now until I can figure out when and where to put it. But this is the box. The box has Star Fox on it. Like they're really trying to sell this as a Star Fox game.
Yeah, they showed. Yeah, when they were showing the Xbox and PS4 version, all you seen was like even the accessories. Like all the accessories were full, and like rows of the other systems was just like packed to the back. All the Switch stuff you could not find at all.
Yeah,
So,
the toys are interchangeable, but like the Switch version doesn't come with the starter ship. It comes with the R-Wing. So it's
which is cool. Like that's obviously gonna make them want sell that more for Switch then with that.
Yeah,
the Star Fox that everybody wanted.
Yeah. So, like the Switch version's getting better reviews than the rest of the versions, I think. But I guess like there's like 20 Star Fox missions. It's not a small thing. Like all the Star Fox team is in it. Like Star Wolf is the villain. I guess there's like hints at Andros being in it. Like there's like a full-fledged Star Fox game in this game. So and it's cool because there's like no loading from planet to planet. It's basically like a full-fledged like space combat thing where you can land, you can like go down to a planet, fly around, and then shoot back up into space and fly to another planet without any loading. So it's kind of cool. So I mean, I haven't played. I want to get it.
I want to get it so bad.
I haven't played very much, to be honest, because I really want to finish Shadow of the Tomb Raider before I start anything else. Because if I don't finish it, I'm not going to finish it. Kind of like Rise of the Tomb Raider, which I kind of just figured out I didn't finish. I'm at the very end. So, but yeah, Starlink is cool, and the ship is cool, and the little weapons, they just kind of like pop off, and I don't really use them that much, the weapons, but because the R-Wing has its own kind of blaster thing. But let's see. Hold on.
I like that you can put them on backwards and they'll shoot behind you.
Yeah, if you put the weapons like that. Yeah, they shoot in the way that you position them, so that's kind of cool. I'm just going to leave this right here right now. But there's a little Fox McCloud pilot in there that I was going to try to show you guys, but I don't feel like pulling this off because I'll break something. But and then my nightly Tetris routine.
Yes.
Two rounds before I go to bed. So
Puyo Tetris.
Tetris is really good, guys.
I can't wait till I come down. I can't wait till I come with my Switch. I'm about to kick your tail.
Nah.
In some Tetris. It's on and popping.
Ed, I've been practicing. I've been doing really good. You have no idea.
Don't say a thing about anything. When I get there, my Switch will be ready to go.
All right. So we're gonna get into some of these news bits. There's not very much news today. We're gonna start with this kind of a sad, not sad story, but kind of a downer story, because we were kind of talking about this a couple months ago, where Monolith was talking about porting Xenoblade Chronicles and Xenoblade Chronicles X to Switch at some point. And this comes from Nintendo Life. Monolith Soft director would, quote, love to Xenoblade Chronicles X on Switch, but money stands in the way. Recreating it would be really difficult. So the article says, with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torn of the Golden Country all sealed up and completed, the series fanbase will no doubt be wondering what's on the horizon for the franchise. We know that Monolith Soft has been hiring for a mysterious new RPG project, and we also know that the studio's executive director, Tetsuya Takahashi, has mentioned a potential sequel going down a path that hasn't gone before, but in reality, we're still none the wiser. One potential avenue may have that many fans have pondered over recently is a Switch port of Xenoblade Chronicles X. The game took the series in an entirely fresh direction when it arrived on Wii U, but thanks to the console's lower than expected sales, many believe that it deserves a second chance to shine. But what exactly are the chances of it actually happening? Well, in an interview with Takahashi himself, US Gamer asked that very question. While the response, unsurprisingly, doesn't provide a solid yes or no answer, fans of the game will be pleased to see that he is at least interested in the possibility. Quote, well, the future at present is unclear. Personally speaking, I'd love to play it on the Switch, but it would be really difficult to make it. Another quote says, money, it's a massive game. Recreating it would be really difficult and expensive. So, doesn't really seem like we'll be getting Xenoblade Chronicles X on Switch. But how do you guys feel about this? Xenoblade Chronicles X was cool. The mech stuff was really cool.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of down on it. Even though, because Monolith reported great sales for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and for the DLC. Yeah, so to not get Xenoblade Chronicles X on Switch, I could understand. It hurts me. But you know what? Maybe, just maybe, I say do a collection. Do Xenoblade Chronicles and Xenoblade Chronicles X together.
Friends.
Is that our Arsenal X mascot?
Yeah.
Barking?
My family got home, so the dog ran around barking.
Okay. So, but yeah, I'm down on it, but I still have hope, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked what I played on Xenoblade Chronicles X. What about you, Jesse?
I really haven't played it, but I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, like I wonder if it would still cost too much for them to just even just like up-res everything a little bit and like just, you know, basically have like a HD version of it or whatever. Like I don't know, I guess that would probably still take a bunch of money, but yeah, I think just like a straight port even. I think because that was from Wii U, right?
Yeah,
yes.
And I think that's the problem, is because like Wii U is kind of hard to, you know, develop for, a lot of people say, and the fact that it uses both screens is like, that's like the main thing, is how do we implement all the stuff that's on the second screen into one screen, and how do we make that work, you know? So
Yeah, I could definitely see that being an issue. It's too bad that they didn't figure out some way where like I mean, it would have it would become it wouldn't be really be able to do it. There'd have to be a whole different thing, that a setup that they would have had to have. But it's too bad that there wasn't a way that they could have had it where like the Switch, like for certain games, like somehow connected to the base to play it through the TV, but you still could have the Switch in your hand to use the screen on the Switch for certain things, you know, like a touch screen, while you're still playing it on the TV.
Well, the thing about it is they have Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and they could use what's in that game for Xenoblade Chronicles X, because they kind of in a game for a gameplay standard, they kind of almost play the same. They would just have to move some icons and stuff to watching the game and probably simplify some stuff, like take some things out and just simplify.
Yeah. Well, and that's probably just it, though. Like they said that like it would just cost so much because they basically are making a brand new game. Like, I mean, I'm sure like it seems like it's basic and it would be something that would be easy to just kind of take things out. But if it's really deeply rooted in all the code and everything, it probably gets to the point of where they're practically just making a brand new game, you know, because it's so based around the way they had it set up. So, yeah, I mean,
try to get the Wii U gamepad to connect to the Switch.
No, I think something that they could also try to do, and like I know this is probably way out of the realm of possibility. Well, yeah, kinda. Honestly, like if you use the Nintendo Switch Online app and just maybe use that as a second screen, you know?
Yeah, like they did for Dead Rising 4, I believe it was for Xbox. There was certain things like calling in drone strikes and stuff that you could only do, but you had to sync up your smart glass with your Xbox to be able to use those special ability things in game. I think it was 4 or maybe it was 3. I don't remember. One of them. Yeah. So
it was 3.
So like to be able to like if you could use your phone with it, to eliminate some of that stuff, that would be a good option.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. I think maybe they just are focusing on their new project and, trying to get Xenoblade Chronicles 2 finished up. And there was just a patch release yesterday for both of those games. So, they're still working on it, even though it's finished.
I cannot wait for 2020 when they announce their next game.
I need to finish Xenoblade Chronicles. Man, I have so
many.
Let's
many. Get through next year first.
Let's just.
I want to see.
Let's get through this holiday.
I want to see what we have for next year.
Let's get through the last 30 years first. Jeez, I made my backlog challenge thing for 2019, and I showed Ed, and it was just like, it's probably like what 70 games on there.
Yeah, it's 75 plus games on there.
I mean, I've played a lot of those games. They're just all games that I either A, haven't played, or B, haven't started, So, man.
Well, the thing I'm most like looking forward to is once we start getting actual games and what those the people, the new studios that Microsoft picked up are making. Right. It's interesting. And just that, and seeing like what new like if we have any new things like this stuff that Ubisoft is doing for Switch, that like where it's like exclusive stuff like that, or Octopath Traveler, like because Switch has been getting some amazing exclusives from third parties. So
true.
We'll address that in one of the questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right, our next story comes from Game Informer. Pokemon Let's Go, Eevee and Pikachu will allow you to battle masters for titles. Let's read this story from Game Informer. The latest trailer for Pokemon's Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee reveals a new mechanic where you are able to earn titles by defeating masters of specific Pokemon with specific Pokemon. For example, if you want to be called a Charizard mastered by the nurses and the Pokemon centers, then you will track down a Charizard master in the world and fight their Charizard with your Charizard and defeat them. Yes, that's the one I'm going for.
I'm gonna do it.
First one I'm going for.
Me too. I'm a big Charizard fan.
I know.
That and
Charmander.
I like Raichu too.
We can't.
Grass type everybody all on straight grass.
Charmander was my first
Adds
Pokemon
on the grass.
Yeah.
You know what?
Idaho.
We're gonna have a discussion.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
Did you watch that episode?
The
newest South
I've
Park
watched
episode?
it. Oh no, I haven't.
Oh, it's all
Is
about.
he in it?
Yeah, it's all about. They're tired of all the things in the city, so they move out to a farm in Colorado, and Randy just starts a weed farm.
Nice.
And then
I gotta watch that episode.
And then they try the big vape corporations try to buy him out, and he says no. And it's like a fight between him and the vaping corporations.
Honestly, if they made a spin-off show of just Towley, I'd still watch it.
And then like and Tally's in it like 3 separate times, and it's like, I forgot you existed for like.
Yeah, I know they like said that they weren't like, because he became so popular and they weren't expecting him to be that popular.
Yeah,
like, you know, like it was just a simple like thing that they just came up with, and they didn't expect to be as big as it was. And I think at some point they like, because people were wanting him, I think, as like a main character, and they said that they really weren't going to do anything with him anymore. But they did have some stuff with him, but like I could honestly see him being like a reoccurring character. That would be pretty fun.
Yeah, they've brought back a lot of old characters this season. Like they brought back the priest. They brought back who else? Oh, they brought back Mr. Hanky last week. Like they're bringing back a ton of old characters.
Nice.
So
nice, Mr. Hanky. That was a good episode too.
But anyways, back to Pokemon.
Our South Park podcast.
Yeah. I think this is cool. Like, I think if you want a cool nickname, I think this adds a way to add more depth to the game than actual just Pokemon Go mechanics. I think it's cool. What do you guys think?
Yeah, well, like like that's the thing. Like, I know they're trying to make like Eevee like more, like trying to push the whole Eevee thing, and Pikachu obviously has always been really popular, but yeah, like I think that like if they really want to make it stand out and make it like really good, is let people be like the trainers of the like the Pokemon and that they want to be, and like really personalize it in that way is pretty cool. So like like just letting you kind of pick your main and wanting to be known as that in the world, that's a really good idea. So
yeah. What about you, Ed? Do you like this idea?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
I saw this really funny meme the other day online too. It was like, give Eevee a Water Stone, Vaporeon. Give Eevee a Firestone or whatever, Flareon. Give Eevee money for their creative endeavors, Patreon.
That's fun.
It was a good one. That was a good one. So, all right, we're gonna move on to our last news story here for the day. Skybound CEO wants The Walking Dead finale to be entirely developed by former Telltale staff. With Telltale having closed and laid off its staff in a horrible, horrible way, I'm gonna add. The Walking Dead's incomplete final season hangs over a lot of the news for fans of the series. While Skybound confirmed that they would be finishing the story out, the question of how exactly they would bring in the terminated Telltale staff to fix is still important, and reminds people of the human cost behind their favorite games. It did not take long for this subject to come up when Skybound CEO Ian Howe held an Ask Me Anything session on Reddit yesterday. While he didn't go into specific detail about how he planned to bring the Telltale developers to finish the game, he was clear about how much of the team would comprise of former Telltale employees. The plan is for it to be staffed by 100% of former Telltale staff. The only time we'd look elsewhere is if we can't fill a particular role from former Telltale people. Howe also added that he has been in contact with most, if not all, of the Walking Dead team, but this is not a confirmation that all of them will be willing to return. Presumably, some degree of the team have plans that are incompatible with Skybound's intentions to continue development. There's no time frame for the remainder of the Walking Dead Telltale's final season, though the first 2 episodes are still for sale. That's cool. I'm glad that they're trying to do it that way instead of doing it themselves. And like this was the rumor all along, right? Was they were going to try to hire back a lot of the Telltale staff for this game. And hopefully by now, hopefully some, if not most of them, have other opportunities. But the fact that they're reaching out and trying to get that team's original vision and even that original team to finish their kind of 5-season arc with The Walking Dead. It's good. I'm glad they're doing this, especially with the way Telltale kind of treated them. So.
Yeah. That's think, it. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say that I think they're going to stay with Skybound. I have a feeling that when we find out who's all going to be there and working on that game, I think people are going to like purchase the game so they can make sure that those employees get revenues and stuff like that. And I think they're probably going, if everything works out the way that it should, I think Skybound might be another indie second tier kind of developer making games and with that team. Now they probably won't stick to the adventure game format, but they could probably go anywhere and really bring out some great games. And that'll just be another developer / publisher that people will support.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. I know Skybound does a lot of mobile stuff, but I mean, if they're really trying to break into some games, maybe this is their kind of maybe first attempt at doing something like this, and maybe they'll move into other avenues because I think they've expressed interest in wanting to do an Invincible style Telltale game at some point, which that company also owns. So that'd be cool. I'm really glad that they are kind of doing it this way and taking the time because they obviously have other avenues of money besides games, so they're not just going to fold up one day because they didn't get an investment. So
yeah. Well, and it's just the whole thing is too, like with like they obviously with all the projects that Telltale had going on, those developers and people had to have been working really hard, and then for it to just all fall apart, and then for them to just completely crap on all those people, it's just it's good to see that at least some of them are kind of hopefully gonna have some stability for a little while here and be able to figure things out, because that's that's the way I see this is like just if these people having something that they can know is like they're going to be able to do to keep money coming in or whatever until they can figure out a solid moving forward plan. But a lot of those people unfortunately like didn't get that. They didn't even tell them far enough ahead of time to even really make any kind of choices as to what they were going to do in some cases. So, like at least some of them are getting some kind of relief, which they all should have been. But yeah, it's just so frustrating when things like that happen, when businesses like just don't care, when it's obvious all they care about is the money, They don't really care about the people that are working for them.
Yeah. So but this is the small light at the end of the dark tunnel that just happened. So
yeah. So
yeah,
at least there's something.
Yeah. All right, who's ready for some question block?
Woo!
Remember, we are giving away Dark Souls Remastered for Nintendo Switch. We've extended the giveaway one more week, so you guys can get in your questions. Because we want you to have this game. It's getting great scores. We want you to take it on the go. We want you to die. Well, that's probably shouldn't say that live on the internet, but
in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, remember you can email us at nintendopowblock@gmail.com or look for the question thread on our Facebook page, facebook.com/groups/nintendopowblock, or leave a comment below the YouTube video and subscribe to the YouTube page. We're going to get into our first question. Our first question comes from Ray Apollo Williams, formerly of Neek the Podcast. Is he doing anything these days, like YouTube wise or anything? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to hit him up for that because he's a cool dude. Anyways, he might just win the game just for his dig on you, Ed. It's pretty funny. We're gonna read the whole email. Are you ready for this? Here we go. Gentlemen of Nintendo Pow Block, long-time listener, first-time writer. I've always wanted to say that. 2019 is almost here. Outside of the games we know are coming to Switch at some point next year, do you guys think Nintendo will be able to match the launch momentum? What would it take for Nintendo to keep the hype train going outside of Pokemon and Smash? Bonus question. Is Nintendo Online as whack as I think it is? Thank you guys for what you do. P.S. Ed won't finish Breath of the Wild before any of us finish Red Dead 2. Also, Wild Arms is amazing.
Yes.
No. So he doesn't. He loses on being. I'm just kidding. He doesn't lose on being answered in.
He wins for being funny.
Yes, he does. Yes. I'm gonna let you guys address it first, and I'll address it last.
Well, I mean, I think Nintendo has a lot to kind of. I mean, you're not going to get as much launch momentum as that thing had, right? Like they had their whole year planned out. We knew we were getting Zelda and Mario and Splatoon in the first year, sprinkled in with some Mario Kart and ARMS and the great fall lineup we had. Like this year is definitely not the year that it was last year, but we're still getting great games like Pokemon and Smash, and we've gotten Octopath Traveler. We got Bayonetta 1 and 2. We've gotten a lot. Donkey Kong, Captain Toad. So it's not like we're not getting stuff on Switch, but the launch year was definitely the best year Nintendo's seen in a while in terms of hype. But 2019, there's a lot in 2019 to get hyped for. Like we might get a Switch 2.0, whatever, we'll see. But, Metroid Prime 4, Bayonetta 3, Fire Emblem, there's a lot to be excited for next year.
Yeah.
I don't really know how they're going to top Zelda and Mario. I mean, we're even getting a Mario game in January, so I mean... What do you think, Jesse? What do you think?
This is like for me. Obviously, Zelda is for me like my bread and butter. Like that's like the game that I originally wanted to get, the Switch for, and just to be, into the next generation, and be able to, get whatever else came out. But I'm gonna be honest, like with what we have in the lineup for 2019, for me personally, I'm liking that year better than the launch. Like there's more for me to look forward to that we know of already, that I want to get in the next year. like, you know, we got Yoshi and you know, like the like it's not so much for me, but like, you know, like just even them bringing up the Animal Crossing, like that's like I'd argue that as big as Zelda is, I think Animal Crossing could do just as well as that.
Yeah.
Like as far as sales go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know for sure, but you know, and Smash obviously, but
yeah. I mean, next year we've got Luigi's Mansion 3, Pokemon, Dragon Quest 11, which I know is already out for PS4, but Yoshi's Crafted World, Metroid Prime 4, Daemon X Machina, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, all the Final Fantasy games are coming, Animal Crossing, Bayonetta 3, you know, there's a tentative Pikmin title, which hasn't really been announced, but it would not surprise me if that came next, like July, August next year.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's the thing is Pikmin and Zelda are like my two like all-time favorite franchises, and you know, like I mean, I love Mario, don't get me wrong, but I just never really got into the 3D Marios as much, so I wasn't like super like as excited as a lot of people were for the Mario that we got. The next one that they're talking about, you know, coming out, I'm excited for that one. So again, like the
new Super
the
Mario
world,
Bros. U.
Yeah, the new Super Brother Mario. Yeah,
that's
because I like the original, the original one I had for 3DS or whatever, the Super Mario, or the or was it the DS that the first? Yeah, I have that, and then I played the ones after that on 3DS that came out. I'm just a 2D Mario guy, so like I'm more excited for that. But again, so like all those things you mentioned, like for me personally, I'm more excited. Like, don't get me wrong, I was super excited when launch, you know, all the stuff that we were getting, but I think like as far as like amount of games to look forward to, I'm more excited for next year than I was of launch year. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Also, Travis Strikes Again in January.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think 2019 is going to be a big year. It's probably not going to be as big a year as the launch either, but like you gotta admit a new core Pokemon game is going to sell gangbusters. 2D Mario is going to sell gangbusters. Metroid, I think if the wild card for Metroid Prime 4 is going to be, I think they're going to have to cater to a Western audience more because of the first person perspective, right? You know, I think I still think there's going to be puzzles. I think there's going to be, you know, backtracking and stuff. I think what they want to do, I think what they're going to have to do is make it more of a open world style game, sort of like, you know, they're going to have to change up the formula, kind of like Breath of the Wild did. Keep it in that first person perspective, but then they're also going to have to put competitive multiplayer suite in there of some sort. I think if they want their online service to be, you know, I think if they want people to want that service, they're going to start having to add games to it. And, you know, Pokemon's going to be great for it. Smash going to be great for it. Splatoon's great for it, but you got to have more than 3 or 4 games, right? And I think a multiplayer suite for Metroid would do the trick, you know, like 5v5 multiplayer, something like that to go with it. So, but I think 2019, in terms of what I like to play, is going to be a great year. So we shall see. Also, his bonus question is Nintendo Switch Online as whack as you think it is? Yep. It's functional.
Yeah, it's early stages. Like, you know, it is what it is. I don't hate it, but it's just not something I quite need yet. So
yeah, I mean, I think what they're doing with the NES stuff is cool, like that special edition of Zelda, the quote unquote easier version or whatever. It is a cool idea. The fact that they're playing around with them, I'd like to see more of that. But like you said, it's in its infancy. I hope it evolves over time.
Yeah, and I'm sure it will. So Ed, what's your take on all of
really
this?
Said anything? It's been
Well, he was waiting. He was waiting.
Quiet this episode.
He's patiently waiting.
Okay, so I'm going to kind of break this down. Do you guys think Nintendo will be able to match the launch momentum? Nintendo has already matched it and probably really even did better than the launch. And a reason why I say that is consistency. Every game that's been on Switch ever since launch has been great sales that everybody has been picking up, talking about, marketing, do social media and with others, and getting people interested into games and genres that they have never thought they would be playing. Like I said on past episodes, Civilization 6 and other PC games like that come to a Nintendo platform. Diablo 3, Blizzard dropping on a Nintendo platform. Bethesda actually seeing some benefit by supporting Nintendo. You have never seen other consoles who have had continued support from indie, first party, and third party ever since launch. People laughed at Nintendo with the launch titles that came out, but it was always selling gangbusters. It was always selling systems. And still to this day, it's selling systems and it's still getting people hyped. I talked about limited run games doing some stuff. People are buying physical copies of things. So there is that momentum never stopped ever since launch. It actually surpasses people's expectation, and you still are seeing people. You still are seeing people say, "I wish this game was on Switch." You have never seen a game that came on a Nintendo platform that people have been saying, "I would love to see this on Xbox One or PS4." So
I think the launch momentum has kept up. I think the momentum of the Switch has changed over time of what people expect from Switch.
Well,
I think momentum. I think the momentum is going. I just think it's changed trajectory of okay, I'm hyped that we actually have what we've wanted from Nintendo for so long, which was that console handheld hybrid, which is what the Wii U tried to be, but never really got there. Really, to the point where the Switch. What?
But I think people wanted games. And they're getting
the Wii U had the games. You see them all on Switch now.
well, true. But from what people's viewpoint of Nintendo and third party has shifted because of how third party is treating other players on other systems. When Bethesda took this step up of putting something on Nintendo, it just blew off. Go back and watch me and Corey's reaction when they mentioned Doom and Wolfenstein 2, and then go look on social media on how people are reacting to those two games. People are still Dark Souls, people got hyped about, even though it was rumored. Look at Fortnite. Look at some of these PC indie games that have came out. They have been doing so much better on Switch than other platforms. And when people thought that Nintendo's launch games were this is not going to sell me on the system. I'm outside of Zelda. Each time a game got announced and still getting announced for Switch, people are hyped about it. So that momentum from launch has been consistent. It's never gone away. And for some people, it is outdoing it. So even when we go into 2019, we still got unexpected games and stuff coming. So,
one thing I want to add too is you've also got to remember how hard it was to find a Switch early in the beginning, and now that inability to buy one has gone away. Now more people, the games obviously can sell better because more people have the systems.
And
That's where I could like that alone. I can see like supporting your whole idea of it getting it improving is because now more people are able to have access to the system, therefore more game sales can happen. And because it was hard at first to find them.
And people are giving in to be like, okay, I'll go ahead and pick a Switch, and then they get the games that they want to get and see, and they see why people are enjoying the system for what it is. The marketing that Nintendo has done, the promise has been made, I should say. What would it take for Nintendo to keep the hype train going outside of Pokemon and Smash is continue to bring out first-party games.
Look at the rate they're bringing out first-party games, sprinkled in with third-party games, like you said, Doom, Wolfenstein, Diablo, LA Noire. Like we're getting high-quality third-party games on the system, and then like every week there's a vast amount of indies coming out every single week. That just, I mean, how many people do you know that just play indies on the Switch, except for like maybe instead of like first-party stuff? How many people are playing so many indies? Josh Brandt, our friend over at Nindy Nation, they have a whole podcast about the Nindies coming out on Switch every week. It's insane.
And these games that come on the Switch, people are waiting for the physical copy. If someone does a physical copy for $30 to $40, it's sold out. Yeah. And that's, you have never seen indie games go to that kind of platform of becoming physical and selling out like crazy. So not only are they making money on that digital, they're making money on the physical. Even like look at Undertale. Undertale's so good for Fangamer, and that's just everywhere in the world, and everybody loves the physical version. Yeah. People are really talking about that stuff. People want that Okami, and people will go out and import games for these titles from other countries that don't come to America, where you have never seen importing that have jumped up like that. Who's importing Xbox One and PS4 games from Japan that you have heard? So like people are having no showcase. I haven't seen nothing. I'm hearing people like I gotta go to PlayAsia and import the Okami from Japan because I want that physical. That has never happened for a lot of people ever since it became region free. Nintendo Online is a whack. Nintendo Online is Nintendo Online is the Rainbow Six Siege. I'm gonna use Jesse's term, where it is what it is right now. But you have got to grow. If you have not grown up with Nintendo, or if you think that Nintendo has had a big online presence with the online surface, they have not. They're not Microsoft and Sony, where they have had years to build from where they came from. Their ups and their downs has created to what Xbox Live and PSN is today. Nintendo has never had that. Nintendo has always thought about it's good to play local because you're in person, you're playing games with another person, and that builds a community, that builds more discussion and friendships and stuff. The online stuff, they worry about things because there's online is not always guaranteed. It's still kind of problematic in some things. So I think if you let it grow over time, it will become better. That's why Nintendo is probably going to be doing surveys and asking for feedback and doing things. They're going to want gamers' input to it. Sometimes when stuff come out, it has to be the most wackest thing. Don't nobody have to care for it. But if you give it time and let it grow, it becomes better.
Mm-hmm. And I think they, this gives Nintendo a good opportunity to delve into that, something that they haven't really done a whole lot of in the past, is just being able to communicate with its fan base and really work to to try to improve it and and learn at the same time, as trying to make people happy, like that. Yeah, it's definitely got a lot of potential. Like I said, I don't think it's bad, but it's just so early, and like you said, they don't have a lot of experience yet.
If you look at it, this is the DS experience where people didn't understand what the DS was, and then look what it grew to. Look at all the games and the systems that it sold. Look at the Wii and 3DS. It's just like you have got to give stuff time to grow. It's got to make mistakes, and it got to get input and for it to be better. I will finish Breath of the Wild while finishing Red Dead 2. Also, Wild Arms is mediocre.
An amazing
RPG.
game.
Wild Arms is mediocre RPG. It's better than Beyond the Beyond. If you really want, I think, a better kind of RPG on a platform of PlayStation 1 era games, I advise you to go play Alondra. If you really want to get into RPGs for PS1, play Alondra on from Working Designs, and you will see a better game than Wild Arms. So, back to you, Corey.
I was just
Back to you. It's like one of the news.
Newscast.
Yeah. It's gonna be 43 and sunny today.
Did I get into podcast mode? I'm sorry.
Jeez. All right. Our next question. Where's my question list? Here we go. Our next question comes from friend of show, Josh Brandt, who we just mentioned. Go listen to Nindy Nation if you have not listened and want to know a lot of things about the Nindies coming to your Nintendo Switch and probably elsewhere, but let's be honest, nobody cares about elsewhere. Josh Brandt asks, with Dark Souls Remastered just released, what other high-profile game do you want remastered on Switch? I'm sure we've answered this question 100 times, but it's never not fun to answer this question.
Let's all pick 3 games.
Mass
games
Effect Trilogy. I mean, it comes in one box, so it counts as one. Tomb Raider Trilogy, I would take just the first or second game. Some sort of Tomb Raider game. And I know Ed's going to pick DMC, so I'll pick something different.
No, actually, no.
You're not?
Nope.
Oh, well, I picked DMC. There you go.
Jesse?
I want the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh.
It's never going to happen, but...
Remastered, not a reboot.
No, it's gonna come to Nintendo Switch streaming only in Japan.
Well, if they did like the special version of like the remaster of Resident Evil 2, like they did with the one for the DS.
Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know, but
it doesn't fit this question unless you're talking about the original Resident Evil 2.
No, that's what I'm saying. They could do like they did for the Resident Evil 1 for DS, where they had the like a special edition of it that like had its own, like you had the whole knifing, like you swipe the screen to use your knife thing.
Okay.
Like it was actually really good. It was a really good version of it.
Yeah, that's how the Ninja Gaiden game was on DS.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it for a port type thing. Yeah, like for me, like anything, obviously Resident Evil, like I'd want. I know it was like this is an older game, but like still one of my favorite in the same genre is. I'd love to see the Condemned games get a remaster or a remake or whatever. And I would like to see those come to Switch, at least the first one, anyways. I wouldn't even mind a reboot, like keep it like the original, but kind of do like they're doing with the Resident Evil 2 game for that, and make it still kind of the same thing, but just better and updated graphics. Like things like that, I'm picking for Switch just because I feel like they don't have enough of that like horror genre type stuff on it yet.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sure over time, like, so those kind of things, And then trying to think, there's a bunch of stuff that I would like, but I think those things are what come to mind for right now.
Was that 3? Just only 3 games?
That was just 2.
Oh.
Let's see. We're already kind of like, it's just a port, but we're already kind of getting Saints Row. But I would like to see if they reboot that series. I'm hoping that they'll start bringing it to Switch. So those franchises.
Okay. So for me, I am going to keep it for 3. I would love to see Eternal Darkness to get remastered for Switch. I think, like Jesse said, that it needs a horror game. I would love to see Max Payne 3 to get a remaster and be on Switch.
I'm surprised that hasn't happened already.
Exactly. Last but not least, I want to see Odama come to Switch. It's that pinball game that kind of had a lot going on, and it didn't get a fair chance. But I think with the Switch and with the Joy-Cons kind of being somehow could probably help the controls a little bit better, and also being like the paddle things to hit the ball back. I think Odama would do very well on Nintendo Switch.
You know what I'm surprised isn't on it is like that they haven't ported over or made a new Marble Madness for it. Because
Madness
the original Marble Madness was on Nintendo NES.
Well, no, because they got Super Monkey Ball.
Well, I know, like, yeah,
but that's not on Switch neither.
There's that too that they could be bringing, but I mean, still, like with the Marble Madness, like you could totally have it where, like, when you're playing it in handheld mode, that you could tip the Switch and like.
I think probably when it comes to Nintendo Online, I think they'll probably add that.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a cool game to have.
Yeah, I love Marble Madness. Yeah, it's a fun, easy game. You know.
No, it was not. I hated that game. I played the arcade and the Nintendo version, and I hated that game. It's like, the sensitivity is jacked up in it. Dang. Man. But yeah, Jesse, I agree with you. If it came to Switch Online and they have motion control with the Switch system, I'm down for it.
All right, let's get into our last question here because we are running short on time. Sam Hall asks, how do you think Nintendo's 2018 stacked up against Xbox and PlayStation?
Can I go first? Go ahead, Corey.
Nope. You want to go first? You can go first.
Okay.
Ladies first, Ed.
Thank you. I feel so honored. Nintendo kind of beat out Xbox and PlayStation this year once again, and I will tell you why. As great as Game Pass is, and Sea of Thieves, and the zombie game,
State of Decay 2,
State of Decay 2, and even Microsoft's E3 press conference. There's nothing really that stood out on Microsoft's platform this year from a game perspective besides Forza Horizon 4. God of War and Spider-Man, although those are great games on PlayStation, there was an expectancy of those games being big sellers. So they didn't really do much on the system. Where Nintendo just kind of released stuff and people continue to talk about it, and it's still selling to this day. And even when you look at third party, I think Call of Duty Black Ops 4 really had a lot to prove with this multiplayer. Red Dead, we don't know yet until we see reviews and the game comes out. Soul Calibur 6 is out, but nobody's really talking about that game, where everybody is kind of focusing all the stuff that's coming out from Nintendo and picking games up, playing Mega Man 11 on the Switch. Looking forward to Dark Souls Remastered, like even Monster Hunter Generation people picked up and enjoyed. Okami, like all of these games that's been announced on the Nintendo platform and that has come out and still people are waiting for, is it is still a consistent and a big thing. Now, Xbox and PlayStation will have a great 2019 with January and February because of Anthem, because of Resident Evil 2, and there was another game coming in big in January.
Kingdom Hearts
3. Like, those going to be the big three games kind of on those two platforms. And with Days Gone being pushed to April, that's going to give a lot of stuff
smart,
to Nintendo.
That was
very
really
smart. Yeah. So you right now with PlayStation and Xbox, you are seeing some of the top tier games coming out, but it's too late for those systems. Yeah, we got Shadow of the Tomb Raider, we got Spider-Man, Madden, and all of that stuff. But Nintendo from the jump, from January until, has been consistent that people are enjoying those games. So their games have been stacked up more than any other console this year. Like Octopath Traveler continued to break everybody's expectations. Square Enix didn't even know that it was going to sell that well. So I think Nintendo has stacked up way above and beyond than what PlayStation and Xbox has offered. I think there's going to be a lot of games when it comes to game of the year list. It's going to be Forza. It's going to be not Grand Theft Auto. It's going to be God of War. It's going to be Spider-Man. It's going to be Red Dead and probably Black Ops. So that's going to be like 5 major, probably big titles. Everything else is probably going to be Nintendo related. And regardless of what you think or what you see, it's going to be because of some of these games or half of that other list, depending on how you want to put it on. I think majority of that list is going to be because of Nintendo.
Yeah, for me, like I had a choice. Obviously, at one point, I had enough money that I could have bought a PlayStation if I wanted to. I already had the Xbox, but for me, Nintendo was the one that was gonna have the first party games that I cared about the most. So I wanted to get the Switch because I knew like the over the especially with this year, Xbox hasn't had a lot of first party stuff. Like, my Xbox is going to be where I play the majority of third party games. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to just like what that system has to offer as far as exclusive games, there's for me there was no it was Nintendo all the way as far as what to look forward to on first party, because my tastes and games is still kind of the same, but it's changed a lot, and part of it may be just having kids too, that I don't really care about the more realistic games or things like The Last of Us and stuff that PlayStation has to offer. A lot of that stuff just doesn't interest me anymore. It would have back in the PS2 days, but I don't know. Nintendo, with them getting things like Dark Souls and things like that still too, they're getting more adult-based games that I would want to play or try. But when it comes down to first party, Nintendo has been the bigger offer of that kind of stuff that I want. So that in my opinion is how Nintendo has won me over this year versus the rest of them. Don't get me wrong, I love all the exclusives that have come out for Xbox, but there's been a lot of stuff for Nintendo, and all the indie games that I play on, my Switch is basically an indie machine. I don't really play a lot of that stuff on my Xbox, just because it's a lot of smaller games that are good on the go, So Switch does that the best, because you can play it on the go. So there, those are really the reasons why that I feel Nintendo is, in my opinion, has been the the one to have out of the 3 this year. So
The last thing I gotta say, and then Corey, you can take it. I want to see how Diablo 3 goes against Fallout 76. I have a feeling Diablo 3 is going to do better than Fallout 76.
Well, I think that Fallout. I think a lot of people are still skeptical about Fallout, and the people that aren't up to date on Fallout, like, you know, I'm sure a lot of the people who do what we do and kind of try to keep up with everything know what Fallout 76 is and are kind of skeptical. But what about the people out there that haven't been keeping up and go to get Fallout 76 and realize it's not a real Fallout game? You know, like, that's gonna. I mean,
yeah, it's gonna be metal. Like I said, this has the potential to be Metal Gear Survive all over.
Ooh,
jeez, that bad, huh? That game's getting DLC next week.
Well, that's basically what it is.
Did you see that? Metal Gear.
What happened?
Metal Gear Survive is getting DLC next week.
Yikes!
Well, that's basically what this game is shaping up to be. Is just like survival base building game. Like it's like taking like a small portion of the regular, you know, like Fallout games and making that into a game. It just doesn't appeal to me at all.
Yeah.
And I
mean,
give
we'll
it to
see, but
I also forgot. I'll give it to Capcom for Monster Hunter World. For actually getting more people into the Monster Hunter franchise. You know, Capcom did their job, and people are still kind of playing it. So, shout out to them. That's probably one thing that's going good for Xbox and PlayStation 4.
That game's done pretty well for itself.
But then you look at Dead Cells on Switch, it just be like, dang, Dead Cells and Hollow Knight and Fortnite. So
yeah. Well, for me, I guess I think Xbox for me is, I don't know, first party for me at least was kind of lackluster for this year. You know, I know you guys were way more into State of Decay 2 than I was, and Sea of Thieves is a cool game to play with you guys, but it's not necessarily a game I want to play by myself.
Yeah.
I mean, although I do want to go back and play that game because I
want to try the new DLC.
I do like that game. I just, you know, it's just there's too many other games. You know, and for me, the strong point for Xbox One for me this year was getting the X and seeing the improvements on all the games I already have, which you know, we've talked about that immensely, and I don't even have a 4K TV to play it on yet. So, you know, I was impressed with all the updates to Halo and Gears, and Forza looks amazing, you know, and for me, PlayStation's first party games, they're good and great in a lot of ways, but they're just not the games I want to play. The game that's going to make me buy a PlayStation 5 is going to be Horizon 2, right? Like, that game is, I don't care what games they come out with at launch. I don't care about Killzone. I like Infamous, but it's not enough to make me buy something. Knack is dumb. And, you know, Spider-Man was awfully surprising but to me this year, but it's not a game that I'm going to go out and buy a system for, you know, and you know, I in all honesty was kind of disappointed in God of War. It was a good game, but it was not the God of War that I enjoy, you know, and I understand games change, that franchise need to revitalize, and storytelling is going in a different direction, whatever, and God of War is a big franchise for Sony and they needed to do something. I get it, but like, I was kind of disappointed in God of War, and I don't know if that's because I played it in chunks months apart. I don't know if it's because I wanted God of War 2 and 3 and I got this. I don't know what it is. It's probably a combination of the few, but like
it's a moment game. A game that you just play in a moment, and then when the moment's over, you pass on. So it doesn't really last.
And I really think I don't really care for Naughty Dog games all that much. Like, Uncharted's fun, but it's not. I would rather play Tomb Raider. You know, we've said that many times. Tomb Raider plays better. I think Lara's story, even though a lot of it is kind of dumb anyways, like, I think that what they did with this rebooted trilogy was more interesting. than Uncharted. Like the only game that stands out for me as a game that like, wow, I need that system for this game is Horizon. I think Horizon's the best game PlayStation's done since PlayStation started.
PlayStation 4, you mean?
No, since PlayStation became a brand.
Oh,
I think it's the best first party offering PlayStation has. And I think, it's up there. It's in my top 10 games of all time. It's the only PlayStation. We'll revisit that topic in a different day. But like for me, Nintendo always offers quality first party experiences, and at the rate Nintendo has released first party games, not only last year but this year too, along with the cool indies that they've been promoting, along with surprising quality third party titles. Like for me, Nintendo, I think, wins the year just based on the games that I like to play and the games that have come out. We talk about Doom and Wolfenstein and LA Noire and Diablo, but one of the secret best third party games on the console is Valkyria Chronicles. I think that game is amazing.
Yeah,
and which isn't a game I need to get back to, and I probably will eventually. In the next 3 months is definitely Game of the Year cleanup for me.
I got to put on my list because I need to buy that Valkyria Chronicles 4.
The remastered Valkyria Chronicles 1 came out on Switch this week.
Yeah,
which I'm thinking about playing them back to back because I don't think Valkyria Chronicles 1 is that long, and it's only
Is that
$20.
the one? Is that the one that had a demo, or is it 4 that has a demo too?
4 has a demo.
Okay, because I didn't say
demo.
that in what I played, but I actually did play that, and it was all right. Like I'm not used to those kind of games.
It scratches the Fire Emblem itch for me, which is what I liked about it. So,
yeah. Like it reminds me of like an XCOM type of kind of game, almost in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Codename Steam, but better.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. It's Codename Steam, but way better. Yeah. Look, Codename Steam is in the same situation as Metroid Prime Federation Force. It was a cool game stuck on the wrong platform. And that's all I have to say.
Yeah.
I'm still stand by Metroid Prime Federation Force. I still think they're going to make another one. I still think it's coming to Switch, and I think it's going to be the online multiplayer game of the year. It's going to be Destiny Light for Switch.
Like I said, I want my Helldivers Metroid game.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, for me, I think Nintendo wins 2018 just based on what I like to play. It's hard because, I really wanted to like God of War. I can't tell you how disappointed I was in God of War. And not that it's a bad game, right? It's not a bad game. It's just not God of War to me. It feels like they set out to make a game and they needed something to wrap around it, and they had this IP that they weren't doing anything with. So God of War became this, right? And I know that's not how it really happened. I know Cory Barlog wanted to make a really cool God of War experience, which he did, but it's just not the God of War experience I want. I want the over-the-top giant monsters and gods to fight, and just this ridiculous angry character that just yells all the time. But I digress. But that brings us to the end of the questions and the end of our episode. Remember, you have one more week to get in your questions and subscribe to the YouTube channel for your chance to win Dark Souls Remastered. One more week. We will be announcing the winner next week. Remember, we keep all the questions and kind of go over them as a group to vote on the winner. So get your questions in. Subscribe to the YouTube page. The link to the video episode, is in the description of the audio version. So if you are listening to us on your phone or your MP3 player or audio device or whatever, just click down there. Give us a subscribe. And that's going to do it for this episode of Nintendo Pow Block. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Nintendo_P-Block. Check out Nintendo Pow Block every Tuesday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Check out all of our content. A lot of editing is going to be done this weekend for some quick looks. There will be a quick look for Starlink. There's going to be some quick looks for South Park. and some other indie games that you might be enjoying on your Switch. So check those out on our YouTube page and ngrradio.com. Download our family of shows, Nerds Gone Platinum, Arsenal X, Nerds Gone Rogue, the B-Sides, and, of course, Nintendo Pow Block. Ed, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at ThatRetroCode. You can check out my podcast, Optional Opinion, on SoundCloud, iTunes, TuneIn, and Google Play. Also, check out my latest review for Forza Horizon 4 for Xbox One. You guys can check that.
Yeah. Jesse, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at PhantomMaggot.ax.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at CoreyNHD86. You can find me on twitch.tv/CoreyNHD. I keep forgetting to ask you guys if you want to plug your Twitch streams, because I know, Jesse, you've been streaming.
Oh, yeah. I haven't really streamed too much lately. I did the other day, but I'm having troubles with Google Drive. Like, it won't let me load up files to send them to you to get them on. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that. So I haven't really been worrying about the streaming too much lately, just because I'm having issues with that. But yeah.
And you guys, if you want to find my Twitch stream, it is the lyrical one, just like Jesse. I actually need to get back into it. I've just been focusing on trying to get like reviews and my extinction stuff out of the way. But hopefully I will be getting back into streaming. And also trying to get ready for NGR and NG Arcade. I got to make my list for that. Because
a new show here on Nintendo Pow Block celebrating the life of an arcade.
Yes. Because, there's a lot of history of arcades that I know, and I need to revisit a lot of them. I'm trying to find a lot of Japanese ones, and there's some weird shooters from Japan that I don't know about that I need to buy.
Yeah, that does not surprise me one bit. But
the other thing too. The other thing too is I just wanted to say that I was excited to find out the song I made was put into the intro of Arsenal X. So that turned out really good, the intro and stuff. So I was excited about that. If people wanna hear that or get a chance to listen to it, let me know what you think. So
I think I might have you do more for the other shows soon. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I can try to work on stuff. I haven't really been doing much of that lately, of making anything, but I've got so many like projects just, stored on my phone. But
anyways, you can find all of our content on ngrradio.com. If you want to find any of us live, you can go to ngrradio.com/live. All 7 of us, our live feeds are there for our Twitch streams. You can also find all of our social media links down below in the description, whether you're on ngrradio.com, the audio feed, or on YouTube. So subscribe, share, click the bell, leave a comment, rate us on your platform of choice, and until next time, we love you.
Bye, everybody. Woohoo!